So yeah, Simba's freestyle. He closed it with an R.I.P to PnB Rock. You dudes from the block kill more niggas than cops. While it's a good bar, it's sad that it's a true bar and it's a real bar. Um, R.I.P. Prayers and condolences to PnB Rock.
Absolutely.
Prayers and condolences to his family. We lost him Monday. He was killed in the Roscoe's in California. And it was unfortunate. A lot of people jumped out there online and kind of blamed it and pointed fingers at his girlfriend posting a picture and the location of where they were. Sadly, the LAPD had confirmed that they believe that is how the killer found him. I believe PnB Rock had posted a picture in the parking lot before they went in, and then his girl posted a picture and tagged the location. And I have a lot of friends and family in LA, and the first thing all of them said was, we don't know why he would even be at that specific location, at that specific Roscoe's. We're born and raised in LA, and we wouldn't even go on that side of town to that Roscoe's, uh, let alone go there with a bunch of jewelry on and a nice car, alone, no security. It was just a unfortunate uh, tragedy, man. It was a careless tragedy. He honestly he shouldn't. And it's sad that we got to say you shouldn't be over there. You shouldn't be on that side because PnB Rock probably figured he's not a guy that has a lot of beef. He doesn't really have issues with anybody. He's a positive guy. He doesn't carry that negative energy with him. And he figured, I'm going to support a black owned business in a black neighborhood. Why not? You know what I mean? But unfortunately, in our culture, we've seen this way too many times where people are jealous. People are lazy, people are broke, people don't want to get a job, people would rather put a gun in your face and take what you have to feed themselves for however long it would last, whatever they take from you. So it was a careless move on his part. Definitely is a side of town you do not want to be on without no security, wearing hundreds of thousands of dollars of jewelry on. Some of these people over there have literally nothing in their pockets and they have nothing to lose. And you can't put yourself in a situation where you're faced with somebody that has nothing to lose and you have everything to lose, because you're gonna lose every time. So it's unfortunate, you know what I mean? It was sad to hear that. I didn't know PnB Rock personally, but this affected me. I couldn't stop thinking about him because I just, it's fucked up when good people end up in a bad situation and end up dying as a result of it over jewelry and shit like that. Shit that means nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely not worth your life. He should still be with us. You know what I mean? It's just unfortunate we continue to do this to each other in our community. Like, we just, for whatever reason, we have so much self-hate, and we hate to see people with nice things if we don't have it for whatever reason. You know what I mean? We all have 24 hours in a day. You choose to use yours how you use yours. I use mine's the way I use mine's. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, you have people, again, that don't have nothing to lose, and they'll gladly come and destroy a family and to put a gun in your face and kill you over your valuables. So, prayers to PnB Rock. Um, Again, prayers to his family, his daughter. Prayers to his girlfriend and his child's mother.
Absolutely.
She's received so much unfortunate tweets sent her way from celebrities and people that's just jumping out there. Like, in no way do I think that she meant to post a location thinking that people would come there and kill PnB Rock. Again, they just out having a good time, and sometimes we just in autopilot with the way we tweet and post things, not really being cognizant of our surroundings and where we're at, and people might show up to do some harm to us, like we just out having lunch or whatever. So prayers to her, because I know this is, she was there, she witnessed the entire thing. She lost the father of her child, the man that she loves. And unfortunately, some people that she's probably a fan of and he was a fan of, and his peers are now tweeting and directing things her way that are just, stupid, unnecessary. We need to be more loving. We need to, reach out to her and make sure she's good, make sure her mental health is right, make sure his daughter is good. Like, instead of, like, we just have this, we so quick to point fingers and send hate each other's way. It's fucking crazy, man. Like, we should be enjoying this culture, this natural resource called hip hop. Is something that we should be enjoying, we should be cherishing, we should be loving, and it's always a sign. We always reminded of how much hate and envy we have for each other when situations like this happen. So it's unfortunate all the way around, man. But either way, a life was lost that should not have been lost and should not have been taken from us. And his family is forever devastated behind that. So prayers and condolences to PnB Rock and his family, his daughter. And again, man, we send nothing but Rory and Maul send nothing but love Yahweh.
Yeah, and as much as the internet loves to tell people what they should be doing, y'all should shut the fuck up sometimes. Now, we've always been advocates of not posting where you are on this podcast for years.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, neither of them should have posted where they were at, but we do not know that is why they found out where PnB was. Everyone jumped the gun and just immediately put it on her. Like she's not dealing with also being robbed at gunpoint, watching her boyfriend die in front of her.
Yeah.
You think a bunch of fucking idiots that weren't there, that don't even know how these dudes got the drop on PnB. Now let's just put it on her. And if y'all didn't learn from what happened with Pop, and I'm talking to the internet now because the internet keeps saying, oh, y'all didn't learn from Pop. Did the internet learn from Pop? Because y'all went to his best friend's fucking IG, who just watched his friend get murdered in front of him, and blamed him for setting Pop up. Yeah. And then we found out that was not the fucking case.
Right.
So this dude, who's also 20 years old, is grieving his friend that was murdered in front of him. And now you fucks are in his comments saying, yo, you set your best friend up, you piece of shit, die in hell. Like, internet sometimes just need to shut the fuck up.
Well, you know, we talk about it a lot. The internet is filled with people that their job and their objective every day they wake up going on the internet is to spew hate and, you know, to just, you know, say distasteful things. Like everybody has a smartphone. Everybody has access to social media. So, you know, which is why you can't share so many things, because as much as you do it for love, there's a lot of people out there who literally are miserable and walk around trying to project that misery on other people. So, you know, it's unfortunate, but again, man, we got to learn.
Is that going to change it? Do you think she needed to hear that?
I know, of course not. But again, we it's the internet. It's the internet, and it's unfortunate that, you know, a lot of it came from celebrities and, you know, people that PnB probably worked with or wanted to work with or had some type of rapport with, and you know, it's just fucked up because again, you know, she posted a picture and a location.
Shouldn't have done it. But
shouldn't have done it.
We still don't even know that was the reason why.
Right.
Dudes could have been plotting on him for days, following him everywhere.
The LAPD did say that. LAPD said they believe that's why. Just the same way the internet believes.
Right.
That's why, but they can't prove it until they found out who did it. And he posted his location 45 minutes before she did.
Right, and we understand that, again, that may be the reason how they found where he was at. But again, talking to LA natives that I'm very close with, you know, they say, okay, we understand she did that, but the way that lot is set up, you come over there in a nice car like that, you walk in that Roscoe's with all that jewelry on, somebody that's probably in there dining, somebody that's probably standing outside just chilling in the lot, the eyes were on you from the moment that nice car pulled into that lot. People want to know who that is, who's over there. Like, so yes, she posted a picture, he posted a picture. That didn't, you know, that definitely gave away the location. Do we know if that specific gentleman that killed PnB was on internet and he saw that? We don't know that. You know what I mean? It's just unfortunate.
Until we do,
shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate that it happened. It's unfortunate that, you know, this continues to happen. I mean, you know, it's you know, LA right now, it's a real bad energy in LA. It's a real negative, dark energy over LA. You got to be very careful. Again, there's so many people out here that have nothing and they want to take from you. They're not trying to do nothing to better themselves. They just want to go get a gun and rob you and, you know, possibly end up killing you and going on about their lives because they have nothing to live for. So you can't put yourself around. I know we want to say we support the hood and, you know, we go back and we're not scared to go back to the hood and we support black-owned businesses that's in the hood and all. That's all good, but we also got to be careful. We got to move carefully when we're doing that. If you want to go support black-owned businesses, cool, go. Rappers, you don't have to walk around with the rapper image on all day. You don't have to have all your jewelry on when you're running errands and just going to get lunch and things like that. Like, leave the jewelry in the hotel. Leave the jewelry in the house. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to move around the streets with all your jewelry on every day, all day. People still know who you are. People still respect you. You know what I mean? Like, we just can't wave this jewelry and this money in front of people that have nothing and they don't give a fuck. They have nothing to lose. You talking about bum ass niggas to the highest degree. Motherfuckers that have nothing going on in their lives. And we putting ourselves in their vicinity and on their radar Of course they're going to take a shot if they can, you know what I mean? Because they don't have nothing else to do. These just bum-ass motherfuckers that just do nothing all day, sit on their ass and just wait to take something from somebody. So let's not make it easy for them. But again, in the same breath, let's pray for PnB Rock and his family. Let's pray for his daughter. Let's pray for his child's mother. Let's pray for his friends, his family, like everybody that loved him, that knew him, because either way you cut it, no picture posted, no location posted, this is a tragedy. It shouldn't have happened, and it continues to happen in our community, and the shit is stupid, the shit is senseless, and it needs to fucking stop. Bottom line. So prayers to PnB Rock.
Yeah. And I mean, such a talented artist.
Yeah.
Like, you know how many kids PnB has now?
And
this current wave of music, like PnB was definitely early on a lot of that trap and B type of melodic style. So, you know, his legacy, even while he was here, was already solidified. You know, so that makes it even more unfortunate that a 30-year-old that had already made such an impact with how music is sounding now was taken away from us. So,
and I don't know how true it is, but it was an interesting graphic I saw that was up that he was another Empire artist.
He was, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was lost.
Which again, I know the internet is going to internet. That's just another thing I think is stupid, and I'm not here to defend Empire on a personal level, but from what I've known between them and artists, they typically have some of the best artist to label relationships from a personal level with their roster.
Yeah.
You rarely have ever heard an artist complain about Empire. They all have a great relationship. So when these artists pass away, you don't think it affects the people at Empire? Like they're personally invested in a lot of these artists too, outside of the music. They're friends with them. So when you guys go on the internet and come up with this conspiracy that Empire is trying to murder all its artists because it spikes streams and their back catalog, they'll make more money. I'm sure that's not fun for Ghazi and everyone over there that legitimately has taken a concept that is profitable to an artist more than any other label right now.
Yeah.
And does right by every single artist. And it has a personal relationship with every single artist and make sure their families get everything, to have the nerve to go on fucking Twitter and just come up with this theory that these nice guys from San Francisco are murdering people in Inglewood.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. People are extremely insensitive, and I'm not even saying they think about it when they tweet. They may not even realize how insensitive they're being to people's families and to people's loved ones and friends when they just spew this bullshit.
Yeah.
Because then it starts to catch legs, and then people go outside, and now people are thinking I had something to do with killing an artist that I considered a friend. Like, it's fucking weird.
Again, it's weird. And, you know, you celebrities, you know, you artists that are well off and rich, you know, sometimes just don't say nothing.
Yeah, can you guys really delve into that? Because you have a platform, and you guys, obviously you guys don't have the platforms of some of these artists that tweeted about this, but you know the responsibility and how much your fans
there's a huge responsibility that you have. And these artists know that. You know what I mean? Like, these artists know the responsibility they have, because soon as, you know, it's time for them to push an album, you know, as soon as it's time for them to defend themselves when their name is caught up in some shit, as soon as it's time for people to pray for them, as soon as it's time for them to go to court and be on trial for shit, they want support and all of that from the community and from the culture. So listen, you know, when it's somebody else going through something, just remember that, you know, you be in that situation at times too, where you need people to pray for you and just not say hateful things and not say dumb shit on platforms. Like that, it's as simple as that. Like, you wouldn't want people to do it to you. If that was you laying in the street or laying in a restaurant bleeding, fighting for your life, you wouldn't want another celebrity, another artist tweeting your loved one, "Oh, you stupid," because why would you do that? You wouldn't want that to happen.
That's what I'm thinking.
Life is just that simple. You would not want somebody to do that to you or your loved one.
And can you imagine, all right, let's say the people that were super PnB Rock fans, because he definitely had a fan base that was extra. And even with these artists that work with him or fucked with him and claim they're saying these things out of love, do you think PnB, because he has expressed how much he loved his girlfriend, do you think PnB would want you guys, after he's murdered, to blame and talk shit about his girl while she's grieving a murder she watched? Are you guys, since you love PnB so much, you think that's what he would want?
Yeah, it just comes down to
I'm asking. Do you think that's what PnB would want?
It's that simple. It just comes down to, you know, he would not want that, and you wouldn't want it done to you either.
Hell no.
It's just that life is just that simple. Treat others the way you want them to treat you. You would not want people tweeting that to your loved one after images first of all, social media for allowing that image to circulate of PnB on the floor fighting for his life.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just things like that. We become so desensitized. We become so numb to this shit. Like, this is just another day. This is just another artist that we lost. Another life that we lost. You know, this time next week, it'll unfortunately be somebody else that we'll be talking about. You know what I mean? And that's just the sad reality of it. But it's only in our culture. It's only in the hip hop culture. Like, and that's the problem I have with it. Like, we're so open to letting anybody in our culture. We're so open to letting anybody come in and profit off of our culture. And then we do shit like not support each other in a time of death and tragedy. Like, the least we can do, like, we let people rape our culture and take from our culture every day and feed their families. The least we can do when one of us are dead and dying and is the least we can do is support the family with kind words, reaching out to them in private, helping out where we can. You know, like, instead of tweeting, wanting to be the first to just tweet and report some shit or say some shit or voice some shit, like,
and make it about you. Look
like,
at what I said about it.
Yeah, it's just like this shit is it's just too much, man. It's just too much. People are so desensitized. People are just so selfish. People are just so, you know, they have no remorse and no regard for what they say and what they do, and they just, you know, once you hit send on that on social media, you can't. We saw it, we read it. We can't forget those words, and it's fucked up. But again, the point remains: rest in peace to PnB Rock. Prayers and condolences to his family. Surround him with love. Surround him with strength. Surround him with guidance.
For sure.
That's the bottom line. All that other negative shit is just noise, stupidity, and miserable people. That's what that really is. It's miserable people just wanting to project their misery onto other people.
Yeah. And to Demaris' point of us having a platform, we've all mismanaged our platform sometimes, said some things we didn't mean, maybe weren't sensitive. I just think we all need to deal with these types of things differently on social media. That's all. It's a little, we need to be extra responsible when it comes to this type of shit with the platforms that we have. We've all made mistakes on our platforms. We've all said shit that was probably not the right thing. But when it comes to this stuff, it can't be the first thing that comes off the top of your head to your thumbs to the phone.
Yeah.
Like, you got to just tread lighter when it comes to this type of shit, because you're dealing with people that are dealing with absolute tragedy at the moment.
My thing is this. When I saw the video in the location, of course I thought to myself, damn, why would she post that? I thought it to myself.
Of course.
I'm not going to project that on social media.
Exactly.
Where it could find a way to her phone or find a way to, you know, his family and they read that. Like, of course I thought it. Like, damn, that was such a careless mistake. And that's exactly what it is. It's just a careless mistake. It's a mistake. We've all made mistakes. We all do things that's like, damn, I should have did that. This one just happened to be a tragic mistake. But you don't out her and you don't point fingers at her and you don't blame her for his death. You don't do that. Like, you can't, she's already under enough mental stress, and after seeing that, like, her life is forever changed. So we can't compound that with, you know, negative words directed her way. Like, that's just, it's fucked up and it's wrong, and we should not do that.
And like, how important do y'all think y'all are? Like, do you think?
Well, they think they're very important.
Do you think you said that, and then while she's grieving the murder, she's like, "Oh fuck, this random page on Twitter. I never even thought of it that way." So, like, who are you really telling? No, you're just tweeting to make yourself feel like you have something important to say at the time.
And I feel
no matter how right we all thought it, but it doesn't mean it necessarily has to be.
For the celebrities, and exactly when they're saying, oh, you're saying R.I.P PnB, but what it looks like is you're trying to garner attention for yourself, because you know that this is a hot topic on the internet right now, and you have to go on the internet, say a tweet, and then double down on your tweet. You're now making this about you and your fan base and people arguing with you.
Well, people, like I said, people are miserable.
Hey, but
people are
and
home.
exploitative. Like,
people are home and they're sitting in these nice houses, but it ain't no love in these houses. It ain't no good energy in these houses, in these mansions. I don't give a fuck how big your property is. You know what I mean? You late when your head hit the pillow at night and you look up at the ceiling, you miserable. You don't like where you at. You know, mentally you fucked up. You know what I mean? And you project that on other, and people can see it. There's smart people out here. Like, people know misery when they see it. They know when people are not happy with themselves, when people are insecure. We can see right through that shit. And it's just unfortunate that people use a time in tragedy to display exactly how insecure they are, to display exactly how miserable they are, instead of just sending love. You know what I mean? Just send love and support. Like, that's all. Send love and support to the family. Like, fuck how you feel about it. Fuck how you view the situation. Just send love and support to the family. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? Life is just that simple. Fuck your personal feelings. Send love and support and get out the way.
No.